Well, hi you guys, welcome back to the Kneady Homesteader channel. And this is an impromptu video that I didn't plan on making, but when I ordered something yesterday, and when I got it in the mail, I felt called to make a video on it in case it helps anyone else out there who has been looking for something very similar to what I have been looking for. So let me backtrack a little bit here. Before our accident, Matt had his own sense of organized chaos. You know, he took care of all the bills, he took care of like all the paperwork, he took care of like all the warranties, all the things. And I never had to worry about any of that. He had stored on his phone like all my passwords for the Kneady Homesteader. He took care of all of that. And so honestly, I was oblivious to a lot of that. I just didn't worry about it. And so when Matt was killed, and I ended up in the hospital, my kids and my sister coming to the house trying to find paperwork and like important documents. It was kind of, you know, in Matt's organized chaos. And my sister and my boys ended up taking like a crate of papers, and they just kind of had to throw it all in. And then my sister kind of had to weed through it all to find birth certificates and social security numbers and, you know, things for the kids. The kids were at a different hospital than I was. And so it was a mess. It was a mess, and it was a lot on my family during a time of grieving and fear, and it was awful. And so one of the things I said that I wanted to make sure that I took care of was all of those important documents and things in case of an emergency. They would always have an easy access for me as well as my family. And so Danny was pivotal in that. I'll scan you over. See that file cabinet right there? Like, that has all of our important paperwork in there now. Danny has it all filed alphabetically, and anything that we need is all in there. However, it's still a lot, and you can't, in an emergency, especially since, you know, like, one of my nearest and dearest new friends that I've made through all this is my girlfriend Naomi, who is also a widow. She was widowed when her husband died in their home during a house fire. And so, you know, being able to grab documents and run was something I didn't consider until meeting Naomi. And so this is not easy to grab and go. Now, you could open it up and grab all the files and carry them all out, but in an emergency, you're probably not going to do that, right? So, so I wanted to condense that. I wanted to really, you know, keep the file for things that are still important, but kind of remove the things that are super important that we would need in an emergency if we had to get up and go, and something that would be really easy to grab. So, and I've been looking for quite a while now, and it's one of those things that, you know, it's always in the back of your mind, but then you kind of forget about it, and then until, you know, you think about it again, and then you're like, I really got to do some research and find something that I think would work for me. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, because now this is not a paid content. I bought this with my own money. I am not affiliated with this company at all. But after sitting down and really looking at a lot of options out there, this is the one I decided to go with. And so when I got it yesterday, I was like, this is so nice. In fact, I think instead of just showing it to you this way, I'm going to spin the camera around and show you here on the desk so you can take a really good look at it with me. And I hope the this light works. Hold on, I'm going to turn on the overhead light, and hopefully that'll, it's a gloomy, rainy day here in Michigan, so I'm hoping that this picks up for you. So this is by a company called Savor, and this particular one is called the Folio, and it's so nice. Okay, 10 acid-free envelopes in a range of sizes to protect your important documents. 33 hand-illustrated labels and table of contents make organization easy. Use included labels or mix and match with memento bento labels to customize a keepsake book for pets, graduation, baby, and more. They have on, I bought this off of Amazon, they have over on their Amazon storefront many different things. Like you can buy like keepsake books for babies. You can get keepsake books for school, you know, like, you know, the whole, you know, kindergarten through graduation. They have lots of different things over there. So I'll leave a link down below, and I'll leave a link to this. This also comes in a few different colors. I think pink, cream. I think they just came out with black, so if you're interested in that, we went with the blue. But as you see, it's got a kind of a cord here that holds it all together. And then we're going to open it up, and you'll see here it comes with different labels, and I'll go through the labels with you, but I want to show you the book first. So first, you see where you can put your family name, and then list table of contents, which would be really good in an emergency if somebody was looking for birth certificates and social security numbers, to be able to list that. So in an emergency, if your family has this, in my case, my sister, my children, my older children, they would have been able to know exactly, you know, if the coroner needs this, if the sheriff needs that, they would have been able to just go right down the list and be able to know which envelope had that particular document, if that makes sense. And then these are what the envelopes look like. So they give you this little area to put your label. So each envelope can be labeled. So they've got 1, 2, 3 full size where the opening is up at top. Then they've got a full size one where the opening is off to the side. So there's 1, 2, and these do expand. If you can see that, they expand to 3 of those. Those are expandable. I think they're all expandable, actually. Even the side one here is expandable. You see that? And then they've got these half ones, which would be perfect for like social security cards. So they've got 1, which actually includes 2 envelopes, and then a second page. So 4 envelopes for that. And they're each numbered, so you see it'll go with the table of contents. And you don't just have to use this for like emergencies. I saw that some people, like, we'll go over the labels, but you can use this even for recipes. But here are the labels. So really quickly, articles, awards, birth certificates, birthdays and anniversaries, a bucket list, car title and registration, estate plans, future plans, gift cards and credit cards, holidays, home, insurance, kids, lease and contracts, legal, letters and cards, medical, Mother's and Father's Day, official documents, passports, passwords, philanthropy and taxes, Photos, power of attorney, which, you know, I have, I shored all that down after the accident. So, like, I have a lot of important paperwork. I have trust funds for the children, for all 4 of Matt's children. So this is what I want, all those important documents in here. Receipts, recipes, school, social security cards, tickets and programs to file, travel, voter registration, and will and living will, which again, I want to add to this. So the labels that I will be using will be things like the birth certificates, the car titles and registration, estate plans, insurance, let's see, legal, medical. I have the kids' medical along with mine for my injuries. I'll add the passwords. I'm going to get a separate book for the passwords. Right now we have it kind of just written down in a book, but I want to get something really very similar to this where I can then pack it in here. I mean, I could just put it on a notepad. I just want things to be easy for people to understand and read when in a time when they're overwhelmed, including for myself. Power of attorney will be in here. Social security cards will be in here. And of course the will and living will. So that's what I'm going to be using mine for. Of course, you can use it any way that you want. If this is something that you're looking for, you know, like I said, I've been looking for a while. I wanted something that would be easy for me. Not that the filing cabinet isn't, but in case of an emergency, in case of a fire, and I'm going to be telling all of my children about this book and where to find it in my home, so that if something happens, they have easy and fast access to this with everything that they will need. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to somebody out there who, like me, just wants to just kind of shore these things up, these things that lay heavy on my heart, and just trying to make it as easy, not just for me, but for my children and for my family in case of an emergency. And honestly, with the state of the world right now, and you know, I'm watching actually a pediatrician that I follow on Instagram as she's preparing for this hurricane coming in with 9 feet of water that she's prepping her home for. Like, there are so many different scenarios that could happen that you would need to grab and go real quick. That, I don't know, I felt called to share this because as soon as I looked through it, I'm like, this could really help somebody else out there who's just like me. So anyway, I'll leave a link to this one down below along with their Amazon storefront, so that you can go and take a look at some of the other things that they offer. Like I said, they offer several different things. Yeah, I hope that if this video is for you, this will bring you a sense of peace and reassurance like it has me. As soon as I got it yesterday, I'm like, oh, this is what I've needed. This is what I've wanted. Something where I can, everything of importance is in one place. Of course, keep it somewhere safe so that it doesn't get stolen. But hopefully, you know, that won't be an issue for me or for you. So, anyway, I thought I would just turn on this camera and share that in hopes that it blesses somebody else. Now, with that, I do have my meal planner out here. I am tweaking tonight's meal plan. We were supposed to have Salisbury steak. However, I got so many requests for cheeseburger pie. Heather, can I have the recipe? Heather, can you make a video? Yes. In fact, I asked everybody, I'm like, do you mind if we tweak the meal plan tonight? We were supposed to have Salisbury steak, but I think I'm going to tweak it and do cheeseburger pie. Everybody is very excited because they love a cheeseburger pie, and it's so easy. So, after this, I am going to go in the kitchen, and I'm going to bring you along, and we're going to make cheeseburger pie together. I'm going to show you how easy it is for, you know, nights that you need a quick meal. Even though tonight is a slower night and Salisbury steak would have been perfect, we are going to kind of just alter that a little bit so that you guys can have the recipe and hopefully get it on your meal plan next week. So look for that video, and yeah, have a blessed day, you guys. I love you. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow with cheeseburger pie. All right, bye guys.